Welcome, welcome. It's that time. This is a fun time, should be a fun time. We got lots of cool things happening tonight and we're going to talk about. But the first thing I want to talk about is it's official. We haven't got all the details going, but we're going to start a walking club. So I think that we can connect everybody through the Silhouette Enthusiast page, but we're still double checking on that. So we're just putting it out there because we want you to grab your tennis shoes that you made and start walking. So we decided this was going to happen in Chicago. Everybody who came to the Chicago workshop said they thought it was a great idea. We can connect everybody who's walking. You can talk about it. It's not about losing weight. It's not about anything other than getting out, feeling better. Well, here I do have a side hustle. Is that what it's called, hustle? A side motivation. And my side motivation is you can go walking at the mall and you can look at styles and do your homework while you're walking. Okay, see? So you can do all your homework and you get, see great styles and all that kind of stuff because all the malls, I've been all over the country and all these malls have these people who walk. And they open sometimes at 8 o'clock in the morning, these colder climates, but the goal is 15 minutes. We're going to get you 15 minutes. I don't care if you do 2 days a week, 3 days, your deal, whatever you want to do, but we got to walk. We got to get going. We got to get moving. We sit in a chair, we sew, we love it, but we got to get moving. Is everybody in? Walking club? We'll have all the details. We'll fine tune it. We just want to kind of put it out there so you guys can see what you think. Okay, so tonight is our PoM. It's October PoM. I had more fun with this because my goal is to kind of get across to you how I was thinking and why I brought the pattern into the line and what I hope the potential to be. So that's why I had a lot of fun doing that. And I used everything from sheer silk to cotton to sweater knit. I used all kinds of fabrics. Pendleton wool, just all kinds of fabrics. There's just so much versatility with this pattern, and my goal is to help you see that. All right? It's a 30-minute sew. It's stylish. The designer I copied it from was Felipe. I don't know how to pronounce the name. Felipe, I don't remember. But anyway, it was like $2,000. I tried to buy it, but if I bought it, it was really expensive. I couldn't return it. It was a little boutique. And so I sat in that store for so long. And I told her, I said, I'm not going to buy it. I'm just copying it. Is that okay? And she said it was okay. So I got it exact, but it was still a lot of work. It was hard to see the perspective of it. But anyway, that's an old story. Okay, so let's first show, welcome everybody. Welcome, welcome. But let's first show the PoMs that you all sent in. And we have a winner. $50 goes to the winner. That winner's name is Patricia, by the way. And there's only one person who entered whose name is Patricia, so there won't be any confusion. And so we're going to show them all. There was 5 people, I think, that sent in. Now, if you sent in and you're not in this, it means I didn't get it. And I always respond, just FYI. I always respond, got it, looks great, something. So if you're sending them in and you're not getting a response from me, just know that I'm not getting them. Okay, so this is going to be fun. There's some cute ones. This first one, which you can see, it's hard to see. I tried to blow it up. I tried to make it the best I could, but it's kind of hard to see. But she's looking good in it. And y'all, I wish I could show faces because the faces they're so cute, but I can't. We can't do that. All right, the next one. Okay, look at that. She used her fur. All the fur is gone. It's all sold out, but I love this. I love how she put the fur all around the edges. So cute. And you can wear this several different ways. So I'll bet if we had that off of her, we would show you how cute that really is because there's lots of different ways to wear that. But I love it. I think it's adorable. Great job. And next one. Love the, you know, it is that red, that color is so in right now. So there's so many different things that she could wear that red with. You can see how nice and long it is in the back. I'm going to show you some options. I'm going to show you how to shorten it. You know, like the one I have on, I've shortened. I'm going to show you how to do that. All right, the next one. Love this. Love this. I forgot to get the fabric number, you guys. We still have this fabric. We actually still have the red fabric too. That's that, it's the Laura Piana cashmere, and I don't remember the numbers. Anyway, this is, I love what she did with this. So you can see she pulled it all the way across and then she let it drape down. So it's just really pretty. Now keep in mind, this pattern has a sleeve. I did not make it with a sleeve, but I'm going to show you the options because the one I have on, I was going to put the sleeve in, and then I decided to make the matching shirt and put the sleeve in the shirt because that way I had more versatility. I could wear it with other things. So I kind of changed I kind of changed my direction on that. But I love that. And the next one, there we have it. You can see, you guys, there's so many different ways to wear it. But it is that third piece that we've talked about so much. It's that third piece. And again, the fabric is just, I'm going to show you all the different fabrics I made it out of. It's really cool. Okay. All right, now, I don't want to show that last picture. Just hold on for a second. Okay, so let's start talking about fabrics. We've got every fabric I put up here, I felt like could be doable for the pattern. 851 Bella's Wrap is the one we're doing. Felipe, I should have looked up that name. I'm sorry, you guys. I cannot remember the original designer. Anyway, doesn't matter. Okay, so I want to start with, well, let's just start with the fabrics. Maybe we should just start with the fabrics. Well, let's go to that last picture. Let's go ahead and start there. The one I have on, I've shortened, and you can see what I did to the back. I rounded it out, and this particular fabric, this is 100% cotton. The sweater that I have on is 100% cotton, and it's $85.93. I used 3 yards. I did Anne's top, 115 is the base, and I just, instead of using the Anne's top collar, I just used the selvage. So I just made it real thin. And then I'm going to show you this picture. That's how I shortened the one I have on. So if you look at, you can see where I just folded it up, and I told you how many inches I folded it up. And then I folded it the other way. So you can see the slit from the armhole is still open the same amount. It still sews to one another. And the center back is still on the fold. But then what I did on that back, you can see on that piece there, it's a point. I just rounded it out. I took my French curve and I rounded that. I forgot to do that on the picture, you guys. So it's just got a curve in the back as opposed to having a point. You could leave it a point. But when I went to sew on the, I cut the selvage off and then sewed it back on. And when I went to sew the selvage back on, I just liked that it rounded better. That's the only reason I did it. If I want to add this sleeve, must it be a knit? Yes. I mean, a woven will fit, but you won't have any mobility. You know, unless you sew in a larger armhole, and you could make the armhole larger. You know, if you know your armhole size, you can just cut it larger and make it the size you want it to be. It's a great question, by the way. Okay, so that's how you make the shorter version. Now, I will say with this, you guys, there are so many, like, just look at those pieces for a minute. Like, I'm going to show you this black silk. I did this Hugo Boss, and I took 2 yards of silk because I folded it, and the pattern itself goes from selvage to selvage. So it goes all the way across the selvage. This is just a really fun pattern to play with because I'm going to show you this one, which is just this great fabric. This has the fringe already on it. And again, I did it from selvage to selvage so that you can you know, you can have the fringe. You can have the fringe where you want it. All right? Okay, so let's go ahead and then let's look at fabric and just talk about ways we would do it with this wrap, because I think there's a lot of variables. And so as we look at fabrics, we'll talk about the wraps at the same time. So if you'll go to silhouettepatterns.com, click on fabrics. On the right-hand side, it'll say View All. Click on View All and then scroll all the way to the bottom. There's 20 fabrics at the bottom, and it starts with 1100. 1101 to 1120 is what we're doing tonight. Okay? And they're all up there ready to go. If you're not seeing them, you just probably need to refresh your computer. And speaking of computers, we got a new computer, you guys. We got a new computer for our webcast. We were worried that the other one was getting a little old. a little old. So we got a new one just to be on the safe side. So we've got a spiffy new computer here tonight. Okay, so let's start again. 1100 and 1101. So recognize that what doesn't matter in this particular case is the thickness of the fabric or how light or how thin it is. You simply just get a different look with it. So I started off with a Pontoroma, this fuchsia Pontoroma, because I thought what would be so pretty is to do a silk with it. And I'll show you the silk one I did here in a little bit. But anyway, so this is a fuchsia Pontoroma. It is I think it's a cotton poly. It's a beautiful color, just a really pretty color. So I was thinking if you did like pants with this, and then did a little black top, and then you did this, the 851 with this sheer. This is 100% silk. Now you need 2 yards of fabric when you're doing, oh sorry, I need to show that better, don't I? This is 1101. When you're doing the wrap, you need to have 2 yards of fabric. It's not necessarily true. Like I did it with this one with 1 yard of fabric because it was wider. So it just depends. The best thing to do is to get out your pattern, lay it on some fabrics of different widths, and then you can kind of decide, isn't that beautiful? You can kind of decide what you want to do with it. That's 100% silk, and it's is that a zebra? What is that? It's a zebra. Have you ever seen a fuchsia zebra, you guys? Here at Silhouette, at the store of fabrics, we have a fuchsia zebra, fuchsia and black. But it's pretty. It's really beautiful. Okay, so that's 1101 and 1102. Then 1103, I did this just as a piece to go with. This black is just really beautiful. It's 100% cotton, and it's a Pontoroma. It has stretch in one direction, and it's just, typically these Pontoromas like this are poly. So when you get them and they're 100% cotton, they're just so beautiful. The drape is just really beautiful, and yet the quality is just lovely. It's really pretty. Do you cut the fabric where the arrows are? No, I folded the fabric. Oh wait, did you cut the fabric where the arrows are? I'm going to have to go back to that picture. Just give me a second and we'll go back so that you understand. I want you all to understand. Okay, let's go back to the picture. Give me just a second. Okay, the arrows, yes, I did. I folded the pattern up and then cut where that arrow, I cut, both arrows were cut, yes. So the red lines, the two where the arrows are pointing, those are where I folded the pattern up or over to the fold line. Is your photo where you shorten Bella's wrap? Is the selvages the top and the bottom of the photo? Yes. Yes. Yeah, any questions you guys have on that, ask me. Because sometimes when I do it, I think it's perfectly clear until you start asking questions, and I think, oh, maybe it's not so clear. Okay. All right, so this next one, so one of the reasons about this top is you can see by that layout, the way it's laid out, the way it's cut, it comes together, the original comes together to where a stripe, I'm going to show you this one over here for just 1 second. This is tonight is fabric number 1119. So I'm going to show you where it comes together. See, that's the seam. And so you can see where it comes together matches exactly. So if you're doing a plaid or a check, it will match exactly because the way the pattern is made. That's one of the things that attracted me about this pattern. Now, obviously, if you're using a solid, it's not going to make any difference. But I'll show you on this one, same thing. See how those stripes just keep on going. I think I did this side, sorry. See how you can't see where that seam is? It's just continuous. Pretty cool, huh? So the way it's cut, the way it's laid out on the fabric, when it's straight on the selvage, it will automatically bring those seams together. So I purposely brought in, to kind of bring out that feature, I brought in stripes. I brought in fabrics with stripes, or you know, just pieces that had really, like this is a charcoal, it's a charcoal stripe, and it's a viscose. It's 100% viscose. It's a beautiful piece of fabric. And I thought this would be so cool, like with a charcoal pair of pants, maybe a beautiful off-white blouse, or you know, milk, or even a matching blouse like what I've got on, and then to have this, it's just so chic looking. This is a really cool vest. It's, you know, yes, you can put sleeves, but it's just really, it's so in. It's so good. All right, is your plus size? Yeah. It's, so the grade is different on this. So yes, it will fit the plus size. It goes through the 28W. So you have the small. The small range is probably from, say 4 to 10. The medium is probably 12 to 18. And so just put both sizes together and you can see how the ranges are just completely different. But if you're the largest in our plus size, you'd be the largest in this one. Okay? Okay, so this is 1104, and it's 100% viscose. And then this one, I also just thought this was so beautiful. First off, it's a beautiful piece of fabric, and it's a silk. It's a silk blend. So the drape on this is just incredible. And because it's reversible, it just becomes a perfect candidate for this wrap. The selvage could be left there. You can see what a beautiful selvage it has. I wish you could feel it. It's just extremely soft. This is I think it's a cotton silk blend. Look at that selvage. You could just leave that selvage on. That would be a beautiful finish. Or like what I did is I cut off the selvage and then I sewed it back on where I needed it. Okay, that is 1105. So when I was thinking about fabrics and differences and, you know, all the different varieties, 1106, I was looking for fringe. And I really like this because it would just fringe beautifully. And I'm going to show you the one I did that I fringed here in a minute, because you can see this fringe would be lovely. This is 100% cotton, so it's just a really pretty piece. Red is very popular right now. The white, just both sides are, you know, usable. It's reversible. Let me show you both sides so you can see both sides at the same time. There you go. And you can see it's really loosely woven, so it'd be really pretty to match it in that angle and then to fray out the fabrics. I'm going to take you over to this one for just a second, because this one, the fabric that I used is, it's reversible. It's 11/12. It's 11/12. But if you turn it around, I'm going to show you that, see what I did with the fringe. It's just really easy to fringe it. And that fringe is really popular right now. Fringe is really popular. So I was able to really just get a really fun look. And it's not hard at all. It happens very quickly. And so when fabrics would fringe, I had in my mind fabrics that would fringe, and so that's why some of these fabrics are the ones I went to. If the colors were current and the fringe would be good, I decided that would be a good fabric. This is 11/07. You're going to see this selvage is really pretty. To shorten the pattern, you fold the point marked B at the center front to the back B, then cut along the fold of the pattern. No, let's go back to that photo for a minute. Let's just make sure y'all understand. You have to have the pattern. If you don't have the pattern, you won't have the orientation of what I'm doing here. Okay, if you notice I put a B, it folds up to B, and A folds up to A. It's really, really simple, but you've got to have the orientation of the pattern or else you'll go nuts. If you're trying to create it without having the pattern, I promise you're going to have a hard time. Okay, I didn't spend hours in the dressing room because it was easy. Does this pattern need fabric with a good drape? Yeah, no, I will go through why. I'll go through why. You're going to get totally different looks. That's really why. The pattern has so much versatility. You've really got to think more about what you want versus anything else. So that B goes to B, it folds up, and the A goes to A. If you just do it, like I said, you've got to have the pattern or else it's just going to be really confusing. Okay, let's show this one. This is 11/07. And this again has great selvage. So I kind of did it for the selvage. It's a beautiful color. The wine is everywhere right now. It would fray out really easily on the edges. It's reversible. So knowing all of that about the fabric, it's just it's a home run. Love it, love it, love it. Okay. Now this next one, 11/08, is I wouldn't use it for the wrap, but because it was such a great, this is really such a great, this is a second skin. It has stretch in both directions. It's a cotton. So it's perfect for base layers, a t-shirt underneath, even, yoga pants, anything you wanted to do. But it's, that's kind of why I put it in here. It wasn't because I thought the wrap would be good in it. I wouldn't do this wrap in this. I think there's a better use for this fabric than the wrap. But it is a pretty fabric. And it's a kind of a neutral skin color. Love those photos. You guys can see what we're doing here. Okay. All right, that's 11/08. And then 11/09, this is really perfect for the wrap. This is really a good candidate. Why? Because this is 100% wool. It's so lightweight. It's not cheap, but it's beautiful. I mean, this is just lovely for the wrap. The selvage is nice and clean. I think both sides, it's lightweight. It's not a cashmere, but it's very light like that. It's like a Florida wool, to where you could fold it up, easily put it in your purse, and then whip it out and have it as a wrap, which would be nice. It's very pretty. Yeah, let me show you both sides. There's a floral side, and then like a kind of a solid side. Yeah, the design is kind of a mix between a plaid, and a floral, which is what I really liked about it, because again, your plaids will align. The way the pattern's made, those plaids will align. And they will be very, very pretty. It's a very geometric pattern. At the same time, it's really soft and flowy. I mean, I fell in love with it. I just love this pattern. Okay, and that's 1109. And then 1110, let's finish this row, and then I want to take a break. Whoops, my little pole came out. I'm going to take a break and just, I want to talk about the pattern a little bit more, because I think that we just don't really understand the pattern yet, and I want you to. That's the whole goal of tonight. I don't think I've done a good enough job on that. Okay, I understand the folds, just not sure where to cut the pattern. Well, if you had the pattern, you would know exactly where. That's what I'm saying to you. You don't have the pattern. Because as soon as you fold it, you'll know exactly where to cut. It will be very obvious to you where to cut. Okay? I have the pattern. The cutting line for the center front bottom would be where the pattern. Let's, instead of going over this over and over and over, just email me privately. Okay? Because I think clearly, there's just some kind of stickling point. That's all. Okay? Okay. So this is 1110, and this is a viscose, I think. What is this? It's a solid brown. Yeah, it's a viscose, got a little bit of poly in it, but the drape on this is absolutely beautiful. And I really just put it in because I felt like it matched so well with this that I wanted to see it be partners. So it's just really pretty. So we'll go over the pattern just so you understand it a little bit better. Okay. Okay. I'm losing my pole. My little pipe here thing is broken, so I stuck a pole in there to keep it straight. Okay, so let's talk about the wrap itself. The wrap itself, it's got 2 armholes. You put it on, it kind of has a shawl collar, kind of comes over the shoulders, doesn't have to, but that's the plan. So even if you have no sleeve on it, it covers. So on the one I have on, I made the sleeve I made a shirt long sleeve that goes underneath. Originally I thought about putting the sleeve on it, but thought, no, then I'll have a separate shirt that I could wear with other things. So I went ahead and left it with a shirt underneath, and I draped it. So how much drape depends on how you're going to wear it. So for instance, if you decide, you want to wear it closed and bring it up here, there's just so many different ways to wear it that it would depend on the fabric you chose and what you're going to wear it with and how you're going to wear it. Because you can see that these fabrics are just, they don't really have a lot of drape at all. But it looks great just because in that particular case, I'm really focusing on the fringe. And I'm doing the fringe per se. Whereas the one I have on, because it does have drape and it's a sweater knit, I'm taking advantage of the drape and closing it up and, wearing it completely differently. I want to talk to you about the 2 leathers just for a minute, because I did this as the black leather. So we have 2 leathers that are available. And the black, this is the black. And I just did a little tank top out of it. You need 1 skin, it depends on the size to do a tank top. But the other thing I wanted to show you was, this is a jacket, and I've worn the jacket on Fit to Stitch. And I think of all the outfits I've worn, I get more comments on this jacket. I don't know why. I mean, I like it, but I don't like it more than anything else. But I just get so many comments. Where can I get the leather? So I got the leather. It's that eggplant leather. That's the leather that's for sale. This is what it is. It's this eggplant. So just so you know, the eggplant, that leather, that's an Italian lamb leather. The rest of it's online. It's a pre-sale. There isn't a lot, so I don't think it will last because we have enough black. It's the eggplant that's low. So just FYI, I wanted to talk about that because I think this wrap with a little leather shell, whether it be black or eggplant, I don't think it matters, would just be stunning. The black, The leather is very rich, and you can see just with the little necklace, you can really make a difference. Okay, so to kind of go with this outfit, in my mind, I really wasn't going to wear this with it so much as I wanted to wear the sheer. So I want to show this sheer over here. I just stuck it on this mannequin. The sheer is so beautiful. And you see it really does become that third piece. Now this is that Hugo Boss silk, and this is number 8584. And it's just really beautiful. And if you take that and put it over like just jeans with a leather tank top and this, I think it's just a home run. See, this went selvage to selvage here. And then here what you can see is I did a rolled hem on the rest of the opening. But it, you know, when you've got a sheer silk like this, you can wear it up, you can wear it closed, you could put a brooch in there. It just becomes endless as far as ways to wear it, things to do with it, etc., etc. So that's why I really wanted to show you all the fabric makes such a difference, whether you do fringe and casual, whether you do silk and black and more formal. You know, there's just a lot of variation for this particular fabric, for this particular pattern, sorry. Okay, so let's just take a break and just ask, is everybody okay with the top? Did you understand what I was saying about drape? Does that make sense? Because the drape, it doesn't need drape at all. It actually doesn't even need a fabric. Some of the fabrics I used were so stiff. Like, for instance, this one's on the next row. And the reason I put this here is because I think it'd be really cute to make a wrap, a Bella's wrap, that goes with this skirt. So I've already made the skirt. Just to have a wrap that goes with it, I just think that would be really adorable. And you know, you could just wear a little black shell with it. So I went that direction too. I didn't actually make it, but especially because the checks and the geometric with the pattern, all those checks would align, and I just think it'd be really good looking. So anyway, that's why I put that in here. So with that outfit, I thought it would be really pretty. And that's 1111. 1111 is that Pendleton. Part of that Pendleton would be straight and part would be automatically on the bias. So just have a really pretty effect. Okay, so any other questions on the top row? We're okay there? Yes, okay, good. Okay, so then 1112 is that fabric there. It's 100% cotton. I've loved this fabric ever since it came in. It's kind of, it's the opposite of one another. So I just really liked it. I don't know even which side is wrong or right. It fringes really beautifully and very easily. And so I just really liked it. And it has no drape. It's kind of stiff, but yet it just works really well as a, you know, as a top, as a wrap. Yeah, it's 100% cotton. So this is 1212. Okay? And then this wine, because wine is so popular right now, I put this in, and you know, a lot of times when I'm thinking outfits and thinking fabrics, I'm thinking monochromatic. So in this case, I think this would be a really beautiful monochromatic outfit. This is a viscose poly. It has a little bit of stretch to it, but you could easily do a pant, a top, and the wrap all in the same color. I think that'd just be so pretty. Do just a little bit of jewelry or a belt, and it would just be fabulous. Just so pretty. Yeah, it's a really deep wine. It's almost like a brown. It's that, the color is like it's not a brown, because you put it next to a brown. It's clearly a wine, and when it came in, it's a wine. But I think this came in with that whole Kate group. I think this is part of that. Just very pretty. And then again, I went back to some fringe. So this is that fabric by Worth. It's a cotton poly. Again, because of the fringing and the selvage. Those were the things I was looking at, you guys. Isn't that crazy when you start looking at fringe and selvage? And reversible, those qualities. And this is the greens, olives, mustards. It would go with that mustard sheer, it would go with that mustard silk, really pretty, you know that? But it has your olive green and your kind of milk color and your mustards. It's very pretty. Definitely autumn fabric. Yep, very nice. All right, and then this is our new Armani we have. It is, and one of the things, I know I mentioned it later, one of the things Armani did was he was really the one who created the whole beige and gray going together. Greige, he called it. And this is an example of it. It's beige on one side, it's gray on the other side, and it's like a Pontoroma. It's so pretty. I'm just going to let it sit there and we can get both sides. But it's a Pontoroma. It has two-way stretch. It's a viscose. The pattern, the leather jacket is 1950. It's called Max's jacket. Okay. This is a Hugo Boss. I put this in really because it was just kind of more for, not that you couldn't do the wrap in this, but I really put it in more for like pants or an accompanying piece to some of the fabrics we had here. It goes both with, this is, let's see, let me see, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. This is 11, 16, and it goes with both fabrics on either side of it. It goes with 11, 15, and it goes with 11, 17. It's kind of like a camel color. Okay, it's got two-way stretch. It's a beautiful piece of fabric. There's not a lot of it left, but it's really a pretty piece of fabric. And then this one, I felt like this is 11, 17. Yeah, 11, 17. And again, because the reversible, the fringeability of this would be incredible. Wear it with a white pair of jeans. I don't care what time of year it is, would be just beautiful. And this, I think it's 100% cotton. Just a real pretty piece of fabric. And I think something like it is 100% cotton. I think something like this is just waiting for this wrap, because it would just be beautiful. If you could fringe it out, get the fringe you want. Just put it together with the right pieces. I think those pants look great, and then, or a little top, white jeans. You've got a great looking outfit. And easy, comfortable, easy, looks great. Okay, 11, 18 then. This is a panel. I'm going to show you a little bit about what I did with these panels. So 11, 18 is a panel. I'm going to unwrap it so that you can see one panel. So the one panel is 1 yard. And then you can decide where you want it. If you want it across the top or the back of the, if you flip it over and you see the back, you could do that. But you can see also it's reversible. It's beautiful. So lots of different ways. You could just, I probably wouldn't make it out of this first. Probably what I would do is, so where you understand the pattern and the parts of the pattern and where the pattern goes and where the center back, all that stuff, I would do it in another fabric first, and then once you understood it, you could play with the panels as to how you wanted to place them and what you wanted to do with them. But it's just a fun fabric. And the colors are milk. The background is not a white, it's a milk. But it's a beautiful orange. There's some pink in there and some yellow. It's really fun. But it's definitely a winter weight. It's meant for fall. It's meant for winter. It's not a summery at all. Okay? All right, and the next one then is the fringe, this one right here. So this is a 1 yard, this is an 1119, it's a 1 yard panel. I only used 1 yard. And what I did on this one is, you know, when you get the 1 yard, you just get half of the fringe. I folded the fabric this way, from selvage to selvage, and I put the fold of the fabric on that fold. So it gave it a little different shape, which is okay, obviously, there it is. But you notice it's a little bit shorter in the back, which again is okay. But I do think that when you start playing with this, you guys, you'll just have a lot of fun. And you could make, honestly, they just take no time at all to make. They're really cute. So I folded, again, the selvage to selvage, and I put the fold of the pattern where I created the fold, and then I just cut the rest of it. And then let me show you the one that's made here for a second. Sorry, I keep wanting to fold that over. Okay, you got it? Let me show you this one that's made, because this is where I wanted to show you that the angles, now, you know, it's completely reversible. Whether you put the stripes on the inside or the outside, it doesn't really make a difference. But you can see on the inside, if you put the stripes on the inside, those stripes line up to where they just look continuous. So you can see that here's the fringe at the top and the bottom. And this was already fringed. Also, this, you know, I mean, there's no finishing to it. It's just really fast. It's really, and then you just pick the colors you like to go with it. I think black jeans would look great. I did the whole brown tone thing, obviously, but you could do whatever you wanted and it would probably look great. And I saved this one because I just am in love with this fabric. And I think this would be such a pretty cape. This is a wool cotton. It's a beautiful piece. The selvage is incredible. The reverse, is opposite. So you can see one side is, you know, light with the dark. The other side is dark with the light. It would just be pretty. And then you could just finish off the verticals however you wanted. But this is a wool cotton. And this is a designer, and I know they told me, but I don't remember who it is, and I'm sorry. But it's pretty. It's a very pretty fabric. Okay, that's 1120. Okay, so let's ask questions and do whatever you all need to do to get sewing. That's the goal. Let's get you sewing. The Armani has two-way stretch. No, it's a knit, as it looks like a woven on the screen. Yeah, we could come in a little closer on this because it doesn't look like a woven, so it could be that you just saw it, you know, you saw it funky. It looks like a knit. It's like a Pontoroma, weight-wise. I mean, the selvage is a knit, everything's a knit. You know, it could be that the weave looks like, I mean, the dot, there's a dot on one side, and it's a beautiful fabric. It's almost like two layers together. You know, Armani, nothing is less than perfection. It's kind of a chevron on one side and a dot on the other side. The dot is probably what made it look like a woven, but it's a knit. It's lovely, especially when you're blending those grays and beiges together. It's a really beautiful knit. And like I said, we just got it in, so it's really fun to have it. What do y'all think about our walking club? I'll have to go back and look at the notes. Will you guys walk? Will everybody walk? I forget, do you pull one thread at a time to fringe? I didn't. I pulled 6 at a time. I mean, I fringed this. You can just go in and pull as many as you want. the looser it is, the more you can pull. You want to make sure you cut it straight in the first place, otherwise you're wasting your time fringing stuff that isn't going to be even and you'll have to cut it off. So make sure it's cut straight before you start fringing, and then you can start fringing. But you could do 5 and 6 threads at a time. Do you need to put a straight stitch before you fringe so I won't have, well, I don't think so, because like this isn't, I didn't stitch. I mean, you can, if you're more comfortable with it, if you feel like it starts to come out, you can. You know, it takes a lot to get that thread to come out. You have to actually pick at it. So if you're a person who picks at it, then maybe you should stitch it, but you can, if you feel more comfortable with it. Did it only take one panel for the fringed wrap? Yes. Now, because it only took one panel because I kind of cut short the size of the wrap to make it fit on one panel. So on that particular one, I took the panel that I had, the fringe is on both, the fringe is on the, running between selvages, and I folded it, selvage to selvage, and then, let it go from there. Let me see if I can take this off and show you. It's been sewn, so I'm not sure you'll understand it. But here's the panel. And so then you can see where I put the fold. And that is smaller than the actual pattern is. But I just made it to fit the piece. Okay. What is the brown pant fabric on the cream top with the Lauren wrap? What is the brown? Oh, these are my pants. These are just my pants. Just like the cream. These are things I've made in the past that I just put with this to match. They're not available. They're sold out. We had them, but they're sold out. Like this beige fabric. I love this beige fabric. I wear it all the time. But I don't have it currently. All right. Put her back together. Isn't she cute? I just love the way she looks. She looks like ready to go to, I don't know. She looks ready. Yeah, the walking club, you guys, we're going to walk. We got to walk. We're going to be in the walking club. We're going to tie it into the Silhouette Enthusiast page. Do you guys know about the Silhouette Enthusiast page? Because you can go in there and talk to other silhouette pattern customers, You can. A lot of people talk to each other all the time on that Silhouette Enthusiast page. But I think what we can do is open up another tab that says the Walking Club, so that those who want to talk sewing can talk here, but if you want to talk about your walking and share with one another about walking, you can go to here to the walking. So we're working on that. Give us a week. We'll have it done. Okay? But we want you to walk 15 minutes a day. The goal isn't to lose weight. The goal is to feel better. The goal is to prevent aging. Okay? And what we know is, it seems that whether you're Democratic or Republican or independent or none of those, everyone seems to agree that walking is good for you. So we're going to try to come together in a good for you something. Sewing is good for you, we know that. Walking is good for you, we know that. So we're going to try that and see what happens. No, Silhouette Enthusiast page, walking. Yeah, just shoot it. We'll talk about it in Q&As on Thursday night. Would you please show 1118 again? Of course. This is 1118. This is a panel. So this panel is 1 yard. And so you could do, gosh, how you lay it out and what you decide to do with it. Is that better? There's a mirror. I'm trying to show both sides. How do you want me to do it? Okay. Okay, we're going to show you both sides. We'll just show you one side first, and then we'll show you the other side. Yeah, it's really pretty. So that is all thread going through. That's not printed. That's actually woven into the fabric. So it's a really beautiful piece of fabric. Okay, and we're going to show you the other side. And again, this is all woven. Now, one side is orange and one side is a milk. It's like a dual layer. I don't know how to explain it, but it feels like there's two layers there, but when you pick it apart, you can't. But there has to be. I don't know. I don't know what this weave is called. But I will take a sample of it, a picture of it, and I'll find out what it's called. It's really pretty. Okay? That's 1118. So there's so many things going on now. Our trip to Milan, Italy, the deadline is the 31st. You have to register by the 31st, which is like a week away. A little more than a week away, I guess. And we've got our serger giveaway going on at Fit to Stitch. So the new patterns, there's so much going on. My goodness. There's 2 new patterns. There's lots. You guys are on the email list. You can read through all the emails. And yes, so don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment. We're getting more comments. I like your comments. I do. I like the comments. I like to read through the comments. Even though some of the comments are really funny. But you guys probably think the same thing. I'm really funny, weird. Hit the bell notification, leave a comment. Don't forget to like and subscribe, all that stuff. Okay, so we got it. Pattern of the month, 851 Bella's Wrap. Congratulations, Patricia. You're the $50 winner for the PoM submission. And thanks for being here, you guys. Don't forget your leather. Pre-order the leather. The fur's all gone. Fur's all gone. Oh, the glove. Those tech gloves, you guys, those are so cool. I want to do like a YouTube on those. They're really very cool. All the things you can do. I got directions on how to add to the cuff if you want to. They're just really fun. Most gloves don't have the tech things built into them, and these do, and so I think that's really cool. So this Thursday is Q&A, just FYI. And then a week from tonight, we won't be here, but we'll be here on Sunday afternoon at 5. We went ahead and we posted already, what should I sew? Instead of being on Tuesday, we're going to have it on Sunday, just FYI. So kind of put some time aside on Sunday at 5 o'clock our time. And is that on Facebook? Oh, the Silhouette Enthusiast is a private Facebook page. So you can, we want everybody. I don't know off the top of my head how many members we have, but we want everybody. And it's just a private page so that you guys, you know how everybody can see Facebook and we didn't want that? So it's a private Facebook page. And you just kind of ask to join, Silhouette Enthusiasts. And that way you can talk to each other in private. You can post pictures and know that nobody weird is, stalking you. So that was our goal. So yes, Silhouette Enthusiast. We don't really talk about it that much. I kind of think everybody just knows about it, but maybe not. What is the fabric number of the wrap you have on? Good question. The fabric number of the wrap I have on is, now keep in mind this is the wrap, and it's also Anne's top. 85.93. It's 100% cotton. 100% cotton. The tech gloves are one size fits all, yes. But they're pretty good sized. I mean, and I think they're nice to go under another glove. Yeah, I don't know. I could be. Because you can pull off one layer and then have your tech glove on. So they're nice. They're very nice. Okay. Are we good? Oh, question? What is the time for what I should sew on Sunday? Well, you know what? It's 5 p.m. here. But when does daylight saving time end? Do you know? I think it's probably, we don't. It's 5 p.m. here. So whatever it is from your time here, it's 5 p.m. here in Dallas. So wherever you are accordingly, you can judge it off that. But we forgot to look at daylight saving time. It could be this Saturday night. Oh, okay. All right, so it's still 5 p.m. It doesn't matter, I guess, whether it's daylight saving time or not. It's still 5 p.m. We've got a lot going on at the store this weekend. We've got class starting Thursday and Friday, Then we have a jean fitting class on Friday afternoon. We have a shoemaking class on Saturday. We just got lots of fun going on. Lots and lots of fun going on this weekend. So if you're around and want to stop in and say hi, come in and say hi. Because Saturday we'll be here 11 to 5. 12 to 5. 12 to 5. All right. Later. Thanks for being here. Bye. Happy sewing.